same way that UTEP did Louisiana Tech's offense?
Well, it's going to be difficult. They're a very balanced offense. I think they're one of the tougher opponents offensively that schematically that we'll face. They have a very capable quarterback who can throw it and run it. They've got a very good running back, Dixon, and they got a great complementary core of receivers. They've got possession receivers. They've got guys that can take the top off the. You start loading in on the box to stop the run. They've got guys that they can spread the ball to underneath, and they got guys that can go deep on you. So they're going to challenge us, and our guys have. Hopefully we're going to prepare just like we have every week, and we'll be ready for them.
You talk about Jeff Driscoll being a kind of a dual-threat quarterback. You've had Dak Prescott, you've had Tommy Armstrong from Nebraska be dual threats. How do you prepare for those kind of quarterbacks?
It's schematically you always everything you do you have to now account for the quarterback. Guys that don't run it, obviously it makes your job a little bit easier, but every blitz, every defense you have, it just adds one more assignment that you've got to cover for every single adjustment that you make. And so, it just makes you be sound. It's, what college football is now. It's, the dual threat quarterbacks are changing the game and, cause you problems. And, but hopefully we've got enough answers. We've done a pretty decent job against the guys that do run it. And, I hope our guys are ready to play and they'll show up. And, if you get guys that play hard, the guys, they add depth to your defense if they're pursuing to the football, and that's what we're going to need this week.
Yeah, Dixon has hurt you in a couple ways the last 2 years. What does he do, and do you think he keeps getting better?
I just think he's talented. I think they've had good surrounding parts with him. They've had a very capable quarterback the last 2 years. He's an explosive guy. He's fast. He can run with power, and he's quick enough to make you miss in space. So, everything, combined, they help him with being able to throw the football out on the perimeter. They help him by being able to throw the ball deep. And so now what do? Do you decide to load up the box and stop him, and then they split the ball out in the perimeter on, tunnel screens and quick game, and then, then once you start moving everybody up, then they try to get you over the top. So, he's a very dynamic running back, don't get me wrong, but he's also got some very good parts to go with him and help him out a little bit.
Trent Taylor has double number of receptions, a little bit more than that, over the next leading receiver on the team. How do you stop him specifically?
It's not easy. You just got to change it up on him enough, and hopefully we got guys that can cover him, and you got to pick your spots and what you want to try to stop, and but that's what they are. They cause you problems defensively because they got so many different guys that can hurt you, and they spread the ball around enough. So we've got a challenge cut out for us this week.
You've been through some high points here and some rough patches as well. What would a win at Ruston this week mean to this program?
It's finish it. It's not all the way finished, but it would be a long. It's been a long 2 years, and I'm happy for Coach Monken and the guys that have stuck with it. And a win here would be a pretty big deal. Just a pretty big accomplishment from where it's been to where it's come now. And it's been fun to be a part of it, and it's a lot of fun to be around our guys right now, and they're playing with confidence, and it's going to be a great game on Saturday. They got a great football team, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be, it's one of those games that you don't get too many of these opportunities to come from where Coach Monken and everybody's been to now you're playing for something that means something. You don't get those. We try to explain that to our team. You don't get that many opportunities to be part of a championship football team, and take advantage of it, relish the moments, and focus in and worry about the results when the game's over.
You think sometimes things just work out how they're supposed to? I mean, the fact that you guys happen to be top spot in the West?
I don't think if it's things work out for the best or happen the way they're supposed to. I think it's a combination of a lot of people's hard work. You know, it's like I said, it's been a long 2 years for everybody involved with this program, and everybody's had a hand in it in some way, shape, or form. The fans, it's been a long couple of years for them. You know, and our older players and you know, staff and everybody around the supporting staff. So it's been a lot of hard work, and it's nice to see it, and hopefully we can see it all the way through.
Driscoll hasn't taken a sack in the last 2 weeks against North Texas and Utah. How are you guys going to create pressure on the quarterback?
All right, now you're asking me to give away all my trade secrets. I was trying to duck your questions with the first one. I mean, La Tech's going to be getting this information, so, but, you know, they protect him well, and, you know, they got a good offensive line, and he gets the ball out fast. He's an older quarterback that he knows when to go with the football, so, you know, that enables him, you know, to get the ball out of his hand. But we'll try to dial up some things that, you know, we can get after him with. We got a pretty good front four that can get after guys on their own, and you know, and obviously you got to find ways to pressure them. You know, so we'll see what we come up with today.
Miss Foster for a few games there after Mississippi State. It seems like you guys have kind of been bringing him back along gradually as the season has progressed, but it now seems like, at least from the outside, that him being as close to back as he was to start the season has really completed the defense. Like, you guys are as complete as you've been all year.
Yeah, I would say he's back to close to full strength, and he was a really very good player when he was healthy, and you know, sometimes you'd see him in the past couple weeks just afraid to cut it loose, and you know, some of the coverage things, you know, we were asking him to do, but he's a physical player, he's a smart player, and he's a vocal player, which is really, you know, you say, what does it mean to be vocal? Well, he's a guy that's a sounding board that plays with confidence, makes calls with confidence, communicates throughout the whole back end, and that's a big plus when you get guys that are willing to share and communicate with each other. It's one of the things we preach, you know, to everybody. Just the more communication you can have across the defense, the better you're going to be to eliminate mistakes, checks. You know, those kind of things are invaluable. But he's been one of our better players, and it's nice to have him back. And you know, and we're pretty healthy right now going into this game, so that's a good thing. And we're going to need all hands on deck because they're a good football team. So we're going to need everybody available.